صباح النور وأهلا بكم مشاهدينا الكرام إلى حوار جديد مع شخصية ريادية جديدة. انضم ضيفنا إلى الوزارة السويسرية الفيدرالية للشؤون الخارجية FDFA منذ 37 عاما، فقد شغل مناصب عدة في بان ومانيلا وهامبورغ ونيروبي وساو باولو وموسكو وغيرها من الدول. بعض هذه المهام كانت توظيف وتسويق الموارد البشرية ورئاسة مركز الأعمال السويسري ومنصب نائب سفير وقنصل عام وغيرها. يسعدني أن أحاور في الاستوديو اليوم فرانك إيغمان القنصل العام لدولة سويسرا في دبي للتعرف أكثر على مهام القنصلية وتمكين وتبادل الأعمال السويسرية الإماراتية. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Hal.
Great to have you.
Thank you for having me, a pleasure.
And thank you for your busy schedule. I know you're very active. You're one of the very active Consul Generals I think I've witnessed. And to start, to kick off the conversation before we dig deeper into our interview today, tell us more about the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, its mission, its objectives, if you can give us a highlight on that.
Well, I think I like to make it very simple. A Ministry of Foreign Affairs, any Ministry of Foreign Affairs of any country, is basically a bridge builder to other countries.
Yes.
It is a door opener, it is a facilitator in all topics that countries have to discuss bilaterally or multilaterally to bring, our global world to a common understanding and to respect each other. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Switzerland protects the interest of Switzerland abroad, in mostly all the countries of the world, and it implements also the Federal Council's policy, foreign policies in the country where it is. This goes through facilitating conversations, to developing, fostering those relations that we have with the countries, and giving a positive image of Switzerland abroad.
Amazing.
That's the tasks of a Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Amazing, and I think that's the image you're giving here by your representation of the FDFA here in the region. If you can tell us more about this representation and the collaboration and how you are enabling entrepreneur and business exchange between both countries.
So if we scale it down from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to its branches all around the world, we have an embassy based always in the capital. The case here, it's in Abu Dhabi. And we have an ambassador that has an agenda for the UAE. This is within the MENA strategy 2021-2024, which is based on 4 pillars. Those pillars are peace and security for the region, of course. It's market access. When we talk about market access, we're talking about economy, about bilateral trade between our two countries. And then something that is very dear to our heart, Switzerland having been listed for the 11th consecutive year as the most innovative country in the world.
Congratulations for that.
It's not me, huh? So innovation and new technologies is really something that is close to our heart, and we want to collaborate. When we look at the diversification of the economy of the UAE, we say this is where we can play a role as Switzerland, and of course sustainable development. I'm thinking here in particular in waste management, in everything that we can do to ensure that our kids and grandchildren will have a bright future in a nice natural environment. These are the 4 pillars of our activity in the UAE, and this is our embassy who is in command for that.
Great, Frank. And also you have great involvement in the Swiss Business Hub Middle East. And I know there are so many projects in order to empower entrepreneurs. If you can give us also an overview of that.
Yeah. So here I scale it down again from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We go down to the embassy, and the embassy, of course, has branches. And one of these branches is the Consulate General of Switzerland in Dubai. And within the consulate, we have the agency that is in charge of trade promotion for Switzerland. It is called the Swiss Business Hub. So what do we do at the consulate and at the Swiss Business Hub? You have to imagine that the economic tissue of Switzerland is around 99% based on SMEs,
Yes.
family enterprise,
Yeah.
family businesses. If those businesses have a technology, or maybe a special service, or a product,
Yeah.
any kind of product, cosmetic, natural product, med tech, you name it,
Yeah.
they maybe don't have the human resources to come and check, analyze the market.
Yeah.
Is Dubai, is the other UAE a good place for my special product? So what do? Instead of hiring somebody, sending that person here that
Yeah.
has no clue about the country, no clue about the culture, no idea on how to do business,
Yeah.
they somehow simply outsource it to us, to the Swiss Business Hub. They say, we are looking for a partner. We want to have a solid distributor in the UAE. We are really looking for, the pearl candidate
Yeah.
to represent our interests and sell our technology, our product, or develop our business here.
Yeah.
They come to us. We are a very small office. We have 4 colleagues plus myself, and we work as a team to enable those companies to set foot here in the region.
Yeah.
Many things we cannot do in-house because simply we don't have the expertise
Yeah.
in-house. My knowledge is limited to a few things,
Yeah.
and then I have another colleague with another background that complement that, and another one brings another expertise,
Yeah.
but we don't always have everything under one roof. So we work with Swiss companies here, and I would like to mention here also the Swiss Business Council,
Yeah.
that is a very strong partner of
It
the
is.
consulate.
Yeah.
They are a kind of chamber of commerce that
Yes.
represent roughly the 250, 300 Swiss companies that are based in the UAE. And we work together with them and look for expertise within their members
Yeah.
to help us help new companies come to the UAE. It can be
Amazing.
startups, it can be small enterprises, it can be medium ones. Anyone, we help them to enter the market. Did I
That's
answer your
great.
question like
That's
that?
actually like
Yeah.
more than enough. Thank you so much. And Frank, congratulations for the Swiss pavilion here. It's amazing,
Thank you.
and the projects which are done here also is showing an amazing picture of Switzerland.
Thank you.
And I know you're involved a lot in the Swiss pavilion. If you can tell us more about how the Swiss pavilion is contributing to the nourishment of the businesses and the investments here.
Let's talk about the Expo first.
Yeah.
The Expo is that restart button that we all needed.
Yes.
We wanted to do it 2020. We had to postpone it.
Yeah.
And here a big thank you to the UAE for having had the courage to say, we postpone it, we will do it 2021. So that restart button is our motivation, our inspiration to tell Swiss companies, come and use the Swiss pavilion
Yeah.
for your activities,
Yeah.
to meet potential partners, to discuss your business here and in the region, the strategy, mingle, connect.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's tap brains together.
Sure.
And develop new synergies together. The Swiss pavilion is one of the most Instagrammable pavilion. Everybody takes selfies in front of the
Yes.
pavilion. We receive every visitor with a red carpet.
Yes.
You've seen it. And we provoke emotions to our visitors. It is not simply some nice pictures on a video. We take them and we make them walk through the fog, up a hill, until they reach out of the fog and have this wow effect, like
Yeah.
when you reach the pinnacle of a mountain. We want people to leave the pavilion after the visit with this emotion of, they made me feel good, it was refreshing, the fog is
Yes.
refreshing, Switzerland is a refreshing country,
Sure.
and maybe they'll plan their next holidays to Switzerland.
Yeah.
You know, one of the first ambassadors for Switzerland from this region
Yeah.
was the founding father of the UAE, Sheikh Zayed. May his soul rest in peace. 1955, long time before the UAE was founded, he went to Geneva, he went to the United Nations, he discussed with the Swiss authorities, how do you bring such a diversity of people and languages like Switzerland, Italian, German, French, how do you bring them together in 26 different states and have such a wonderful functioning country? 1955, Sheikh Zayed was rowing on a boat on the Lake Geneva with the Geneva fountain behind him. I saw that picture in many government offices here.
Wow.
So the history between the two countries is a good, nice history. We have strong bonds with the UAE. We share similarities, political stability. We are a country that is a peacemaker in the region. We are neutral. The UAE is very much engaged in all the processes also for stability here. And so we really enjoy this relation that we have with the UAE, and our pavilion is to strengthen this relation and to develop them, because there will be an after Expo.
Yeah.
We have just another 100 days to go with the Expo, but it's not the end of the road. We have to look ahead, you know, and what do we do next? What are the next steps?
Absolutely. Consul General Frank Eggman, thank you so much for being with us today.
My pleasure.
Thank
you for having me.
وهلأ بنعود لكم زملائنا بمركز الأخبار لاستكمال فقرات إكسبو هذا الصباح.